Yeah. I got this on my drawer right now. Can y'all hear me? We have to adapt. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to adapt. Poop up pop pop playable. Can you guys hear me? Hey, what's going on? Hi. Hi Gilbert. Hi Red. Hey Vertigo. Hi, yes. Alright. Is this a little bit better right now? Alright, I hope this is a little bit better. Alright, yeah. So right now I'm standing up right now. Hi Zoomy, hi Zar. Man, uh you guys are remarkable people, man. Thank you so much for staying with me on this one, alright? So I'm actually going to don't make fun of me. I'm gonna get a drink real quick, just like a little fruit juice thing, and then we're gonna talk. I should have done this before, but yeah. Hold on, one sec, hold on. Alright. So we're gonna talk about the embalmer. Okay. Hi. So a few things. Today I faced one of the most popular hunters in the game as a as a dancer, and this person is arguably a top 3 hunter overall, like ever. And it was in legendary rank mode, so it felt good to actually be able to test my dancer skills against a hunter that's so well known that everybody knows their name. And I was able to kite them so well that that person ended up teleporting away. So it felt good to actually be able to, kite a top player. I'll put that in my footage on one of my videos coming forward. So it's good to see that I've been practicing for the past couple of weeks, so it's good that I'm getting my skill set back. There's no reason I'm not gonna say their name. I've always protected hunters' names, so it was good to really be able to test my skill level, my skill set as a dancer main. Dude, she's just so overpowered. Like, I'm telling you guys, Dancer is such an amazing character. If you get good with Dancer, it is almost impossible to die early game without at least 60 to 70 seconds kiting. It's like it's getting to the point now where hunters, they just ignore me. Can you imagine that? Ignoring a perfumer, ignoring a coordinator, ignoring a dancer. You don't have anybody at that point. So she's very good. We're going to get to the embalmer in a second. Another thing that people are forgetting is that, and I'm going to come out with some footage on this, Dancer is a very good rescuer. Now, her biggest downfall will be the Ripper. The Ripper will be hard. But if I rescue somebody, I throw my blue box down and you hit me, or I throw the blue box down, I rescue and you hit me. The hunter, depending on what it is, it doesn't include the Ripper's Foggy Blade and it doesn't include the Clown's Dash, but the average recovery rate is anywhere, so not including the attack, right? So let's make this clear. You attack me, you hit me, the hit registers. From the point the hit registers to the point where the hunter can move again, it stalls the hunter an additional 4 seconds. Against a Wu Chang, it can be all the way up to 4.7 seconds if it's a charged attack. If I include the actual swing, so I rescue you, right? And then the hunter hits me, blue box, or rather blue box, then the hunter hits me, it's 5.7 seconds. Your stun is actually technically longer than a coordinator. So she has arguably one of the best saves in the game, if you can get the blue box down in time, and she has probably one of the best kiting abilities in the entire game for early game. So I'm starting to try to face some of these top hunters with my skill. Back in the day, yeah, never mind. I'm not going to talk about that story. But yeah, so anyway, it's really good to play her. I think that Dancer needs to be played a lot more because it's one person where if you get good at, the hunter is going to waste a lot of time on you. It's not going to guarantee an early 30-second kill, which a lot of hunters need in this game in order to win. And yeah, you do have a 10% debuff to your decode. That means that on average, it's going to take you about 7.4 seconds longer to decode, give or take, depending on which character you're using. If you're a thief, it would be about it would be a little bit less because of the calibrations, although that's been nerfed. But in the end of the day, it's not that bad. Amazing, just amazing. if you can get that, you are a solid. So the way that I build Dancer is I've been going down and right, and I've been going down and right for a reason. I don't go down and left, and I don't go left and right on the Persona build because she has a decode debuff. So if I'm with a coordinator, coordinator goes for the first rescue. After that, I don't want the perfumer or the seer or the magician going for the rescue because they don't have a decode debuff. Furthermore, if I go for the rescue and I have a blue box, we actually have an increased probability of that person getting away because if I can body block and get that blue box down or put the blue box down and do my job, I'm giving my teammate an extra 5 seconds of leeway. Same exact thing with a coordinator stun. So it's pretty good. Been testing that out. Really enjoying it. I played against a top, I think a top 20 hunter or a top 30 hunter, one of the two. And it was my blue boxes end game that ended up allowing us to win. One person died, 2 people escaped. It was my 3 blue boxes against a Wu Chang that allowed me to just do a nice easy kite, get right to the exit gate. So she does have good late game ability if you know how to tight kite. Okay, so let's talk about the Embalmer, right? That's what I said that we would be talking about. So here's the thing with the Embalmer, okay? In my opinion, there's only one way to actually play him. Now, in order to play the Embalmer correctly, you have to make sure that your teammates also know how to play the game. That's a big, that's a big thing, okay? So here's the problem with the Embalmer. I'm going to tell you what's wrong with him and how you can play him accurately. I think a lot of you are going to agree with this strategy. I've been playing Embalmer on my alt account, and I've been kicking butt with the Embalmer. However, it's a specific way that you're supposed to play him. Here's the problem. Embalmer's ability kind of sucks. His ability kind of sucks because here's what happens. Here's the current meta. When somebody goes down, right? When you go for the rescue, okay, you want it so that that reticle is about halfway, a little bit less, right? So you die, I'm going for the rescue. I'm not going to save you right away because if I save you right away, we have all of this time that we could be wasting so everybody else can decode. So I'm going to wait for it to hit probably 35%, all right? It wastes 35% to 40% can buy you an extra 27 seconds of time. It can save you about 27 seconds. So if you're sitting, that doesn't include coordinator. If you're like a perfumer and you're sitting on a rocket chair, okay? You're sitting on a rocket chair. If I wait about 27 seconds and rescue you right at the end there, and then my tide turner activates because he hit you right away, we just wasted 47 seconds. That's more like 55 to 57, depending on how long it takes for the hunter to pick you up and put you back on the chair. And now you're back at halfway and you're going all the way up. That's how it works. You're not supposed to rescue right away. Don't do it. Wait for the reticle to move up a little bit. Don't wait too late, because if you miss the halfway mark, they're dead on the chair. So you wait about 27 seconds, tide turner activates, you screw up your rescue, whatever. The person goes down, takes them 5 seconds to get to the chair, just wasted 55 seconds, everyone else is decoded. Now, the second person, now you switch. You switch it up. Now you lead. Second person with tide turner goes in, waits for about 90-95%. You go for the save, okay? You didn't get the body block. Hunter now hits him with tide turner. Just between that two, you just were able to buy over 110 seconds of decode, and it takes approximately 73-74 seconds to decode on the normal. So, I mean, with that being said, really you're buying for a whole nother 3 machines to be decoded. Alright, so how does Embalmer come into play with this? I just explained the meta. This is why Embalmer is worse than Paris Hilton's acting career. When you use your ability right away, you take away all of that queue time. You take away all of that patiently waiting time because the ability starts right away. You got a 10-second countdown. You just wasted about, I guess technically the person gets a 15-second tide turner, but you just wasted that 27 seconds of time. Does that make sense? Because your ability, so you actually kill your team faster as Embalmer. So there's only one way to use Embalmer correctly. There's only one way in my opinion, and this is how it works. You got a 4-man team. As an Embalmer, you should build left to right. You should not be building down and right as an Embalmer. I disagree with that. The reason why is because you're supposed to be the third rescuer. You're supposed to be the guy that rescues the individual after one person dies, because it's the difference between winning the game. Let me give you an example. Hear me out on this, okay? So you got person A, person B, person C, person D. Okay, person A was in the lobby telling everybody how to play the game and do good. He gets in there and he sucks and he dies in 30 seconds, right? We've all dealt with that, okay? So you're person D, okay? So person A dies. well, person A goes on the rocket chair. So person B goes for the rescue, right, for the first time. He's back up. He goes back down. This guy goes back to decoding. This guy goes for the rescue, gets him back up. Now person A dies. Now there's 3 of you left. You're down to 1 cipher machine. This dude now goes down. You use your ability on this dude. You 2 finish the decoding. So when he gets off of the 10-second timer and the hunter hits him again, you 2 finish that 3rd cipher off, or rather the 5th cipher off. And that's how you're supposed to use Embalmer. Embalmer is supposed to be used for the 3rd serve. The entire purpose of Embalmer is if you wait for the 3rd serve, none of the other 2 players have to get off the cipher machine to go rescue. You 2 can powerhouse through the last cipher machine together, knowing that there's going to be no wasted time because none of you have to get off of the cipher machine to do the rescue. That is how it's supposed to be played. He is supposed to be played for the 3rd rescue. He's the guy that's supposed to rescue the 2nd person on the rocket chair, get them off of the rocket chair without any other teammate having to remove from the cipher machine, because you can finish the cipher machine as fast as you want. That's how you're supposed to play the Embalmer. Do not use him for the 1st rescue. Do not use him for the 2nd rescue. Don't build down on him because you're not supposed to be rescuing with his character. You should be decoding. You have characters like Coordinator that have the decode debuff. They're the ones that need to go in there. Or you're going to have characters like Mercenary that can easily get over there with that relocation. So that means that as an Embalmer, your job is to survive early game as much as possible. And because your ability has a built-in tide turner, I don't see the point in using your tide turner. Now, some people will say, well, you could use your tide turner and then you can use your skill for a double tide turner. It doesn't matter. The math doesn't add up. You're still wasting time on your team and you're still compromising your ability to kite in the beginning because you didn't build up left. If you build down and right, you compromise your ability to stay alive early game. And in this game, early game is the most important. So that's where I think that the only real way to play Embalmer, once again, is to go left or right, really maximize your kiting ability early game. That way, if they do come after you, you can put a lot of distance between you and that hunter. If they put you down, it's not that big of a deal. You got 10% perseverance, okay? I would not use your ability on yourself. Again, the 3rd rescue. Don't kill yourself faster. Don't kill your teammates faster in this game. If you use your ability, you just wasted 30 seconds of decoding for your entire team. I'm getting excited. Does that make sense? Oh, hi from Indonesia. Persuade, expose, and Embalmer mains. Yeah, no, that's how you're supposed to play Embalmer. There's no other way to play him. None of the strategies are going to work out as good as the one that I'm laying out. But I want you guys to give me your feedback. As much as I've played Embalmer, hi everybody, hi. I have not seen anything work better than this strategy. When do you place a coffin down? That's up to you, to be honest with you. Sometimes it's better to do it right away. But again, if you use your Embalmer's ability within the first 2 rescues, you just screwed up your whole team. You just screwed up your whole team. It's not worth using your skill right away. You're killing your teammates faster. It really is not worth it. Not in my opinion. You can put down that coffin right away and do it for the first save, and everybody else can decode, so technically no one's getting off of the cipher machines at that point, but still, at the end of the day, you're still wasting over 30 seconds of time that somebody could be relocating. How would you change Embalmer then? I don't think I would change him. He has great ability at the end if you can get that 3rd save. If you get the 3rd save on Embalmer, that means that the 2 last people who are still alive can really powerhouse through that last decoding machine. So if your team is really behind and you have a full cipher to go, you now have 2 people with activated decoding speed that can powerhouse through it because none of them have to get off of it to go for a rescue. So I'm not talking about where you should place the coffin. That's a different discussion. And I'm not necessarily telling you when to place the coffin. I'm telling you, those things are more subjective in my opinion. And I'm not going to make an argument about those because there's a lot of good arguments about that. You guys are coming up with some good points right now. It's really specific what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you do your first save. It should be the 3rd save. Anything else that you guys are asking, I am not addressing. I'm not telling you how to play it. I'm just telling you that in my humble opinion, if you were to play Embalmer in top competitive gameplay, that is how you would play her. However, I do understand that a lot of you guys are lower tiers, in the first 4 tiers, and honestly, if you have teammates who don't really know what they're doing, it doesn't matter what strategy you use, and you're probably going to lose anyways. It's just the reality of the game. So you don't, again, that's the meta of rescuing. People are not getting that down. I want to ask, with Seer, should I go left and right or right and down? With Seer, I think it's going to depend, but I would go right and down. I think that the meta is going to be changing soon because people are dying a lot faster. People are dying a lot faster now than what they used to. And I also think that survivors should be less toxic to each other, because Season 1 and Season 2, if you died as a survivor, it was because you screwed up. Season 3 and Season 4, if you die as a survivor, it might just be because you got outplayed. It's different. You can kite as great as you want, but if the Ripper somehow predicts that movement of yours and you're unable to avoid that first hit with the Foggy Blade, at that point, it's not your fault. You just got outplayed. It's different. You didn't make a mistake. You didn't run your route wrong. He just did a good job at predicting your movements. It didn't really used to be like that. It used to be just Clown, because he got nerfed like 2 or 3 times, and Geisha. That was really the big thing in Season 1, but the Clown was a lot stronger than what he is now. I mean, he had propellers right when he spawned. And then you had PC players, so, you know, it doesn't matter how good you were with the pallet, they could literally just do a quick 360 juke. And so, that's just why I really think, I don't think Embalmer is good. I think he's a waste of a character. I think that there's a lot other metas out there that you could use. I don't think he's A tier, nothing at all. I don't even think he's B tier. He's probably, at best, he would be C tier just because he has perseverance, 10% I believe, right? Which means that he dies slower. Which means that 27 seconds now becomes probably 35. Is Perfumer good? Yeah, Perfumer is one of the best. Hey, Persuadable, what did you think about Forward? There's a very strong strategy with him right now. I think Forward is now kind of garbage in 1 versus 4. He's no longer viable in 1 versus 4, I'm telling you right now, because the game has been slowed down. So now, as a forward player, you have to hit your stuns more accurately, and if somebody has excitement, you're completely screwed. And early game is the most important part of this entire game right now. With the forward, you're just decoding too slow. Forward used to be good when the game went fast, because you didn't have to hit as many stuns because the game was going fast. Now that the game is slowed down in the beginning, you have to hit more stuns. And a lot of hunters now know how to prevent that, especially if they have excitement, which means that your team is no longer decoding fast. I can tell you right now that I play with some of the best forwards in the game, and I am absolutely more likely to lose with them on my team than top players who are not forward players. And it has nothing to do with the forward players being bad. They're really good. I just showed footage, gameplay analysis the other night. I think it was last night, showing a forward who had to find 2 random footballs. He needed 3 footballs in 1 match just to keep doing his job. You're not going to get random footballs like that all the time in 1 versus 4. Forward has absolutely been phased out. That's why we don't see him in top tournament play. We did see him in top tournament play within the Northern American finals, and that team ended up losing. So that's why I don't think that forward's good anymore. You know what I mean? When I first came out with the character tier list number 2, and I upgraded forward because what we were seeing on the Chinese servers and what we were seeing on our servers, you know, a lot of people disagreed with me until they started playing them, and then he became a good strategy holder. I even said then, though, even then he wasn't a tournament player. Since Season 1, forward has never been part of any winning team ever. It doesn't happen. He was played in rank, and that was before the decoded machines were nerfed. He's not good anymore. He's good in 2 versus 8, but even then, not really. The hunters now travel together. You're as easy as dead at that point as a forward. If you want to win in 2 versus 8, you pretty much just need to really play Priestess and actually Doctors. A full team of Doctors is good. Is Cowboy bad? I don't think Cowboy is good. Excuse me. Witch of Dreams. I played a good Witch of Dreams today, and I was able to kite her for 2 ciphers, and then I made a big mistake and she got me down. I think that she'll be all right as people continue playing with her. People will keep playing with her, but what I will tell you guys is I have a lot of footage. I have a real lot of footage. I think I have 4 different videos of me playing Dancer. I got the persuadable effect coming out again, where hunters just see me and they just leave. There was one time I was a lawyer and the feaster saw me and he's just like, I'm not dealing with persuadable. He ended up leaving. But I have footage of me being Dancer, pretty much destroying every hunter. Top good hunters. Sometimes I'm getting matched up in the legendary mode, depending on if I'm partnering with somebody, but most of the time I solo queue. And I have everything recorded. Today I destroyed a geisha. I destroyed a spider. The spider user was a top 10 hunter, I think, season 3. I mean, I completely lost him. He couldn't even find me. I mean, dude, Dancer is just ridiculous, guys. That's who my main is. I've spent so much time playing with her. I don't really like Perfumer as much. Perfumer's great. She's overpowered, but with my ping and stuff, I just don't like to deal with it. So, all right. Once played against Dream of Witch, and I couldn't get past her. I think they need to fix her up a little. Yeah, I don't know yet. I'm going to give it some time with Dream of Witch. All right, let's see. This might beef with Identity 5. I thought you were going to say with me. I'm like, oh, there we go. The higher you go in rank, the more stale the game becomes, because if you want a chance of winning, you can only pick certain characters. Yeah, that's it. That's if you fall for it. You know, but you are right. Yeah, top competitive gameplay does get a little annoying. You're right. It's the same gameplay over and over. People get bored. That's why we're starting to see gardeners in top tier ranks. People just don't really care as much. Would a team of dancers be a good idea? Well, in legendary mode, you can only pick one character, so we based the meta off of that. Is Doctor good? I mean, we've seen Doctor played. I mean, I think I'm in the minority on this one. I don't really think Doctor's that good. There's way better characters. That's just my opinion. You know, that doesn't mean that what I say goes. You know, we've seen Doctor play in top tier ranks. Some top players think that she's viable. I think that her veteran bonus really helps her relocate. So with an experienced survivor, they can use that veteran bonus to their advantage. The problem is that with characters such as Ripper, I mean, they're still going to catch up to you. Characters such as Clown, they might still catch up with you. So, I mean, I don't think who's Doctor going to replace? How about we ask that question? Who is Doctor going to replace? Seer? No way. Perfumer? Problem with Perfumer users is that they rely on their perfume too much, and they feed the hunters like crazy. That's why some of these, like, I was talking to Call Me Duty today, actually. Call Me Duty is hands down the best Hell Ember in the game. And, you know, he's very good. And I was telling Call Me Duty, I'm like, when I face you, when you're like a spider or you know, any other hunter, I get scared. You know, but when you're a Hell Ember, I don't get scared. You know, like, I know if I face you early game, and he knows that. I don't think he's going to lie to you. He knows that if I make a mistake, it's not going to happen every game, especially with Dancer, right? He knows that. But he's able to outsmart a lot of players. He's great like that. He's outsmarted me before. It happens. But you have perfumers who he loves to go against as a Hell Ember because they just feed the hell out of him. They feed the, oh, you like the thumbnail? Thank you. They feed the hell out of him. So I think that the current meta needs to do a few things. I think you really just need primarily 2 or 3 people. 2 or 3 people with tide turner the most, and then you have to give one person left or right. You don't really, I mean, there's instances where you need all 4 people with tide turner, but the problem with this game is that survivors are dying way too fast. Way too fast. You guys got to step your game up. You have to. Find a different character. Get good with, I'm telling you, if you get good with Dancer, ladies and gentlemen, it is super hard for you to die early game, like really fast. It's really hard. And a lot of hunters will just ignore you. That's if we can get more people to play Dancer. When I come out with my footage, I know for a fact that a lot of people are going to start playing her a lot more. I do feel like, despite this not being the biggest YouTube channel, it's always been the #1 source for hard data. and it's been the source of really leading and innovating the meta. We did this with Thief, right, back in July, August rather, when we told everybody that Thief was one of the best survivors, because he was. That changed the meta. Everybody started using him. When I came out with the character tier list and we said Magician was S tier at the time, everybody said Magician is bad. And then they saw Yo Mama play him and they saw us winning in top tiers. Everyone started playing Magician. So that when we upgraded Forward, everybody started using Forward. Now that's not just because of this channel. There's a lot of people who contribute to the community, especially a lot of people who look at the Chinese community. You gotta be careful with that though. PC players are not the same beast as mobile players. It's not the same. So do not go to a source for computer-based gameplay if you play on a mobile device, because you're going to be sadly misrepresented. But I think what we need to start doing is not only think about which characters decode the fastest, but which characters will allow you to really be comfortable early game, because you lose matches early game. That's when you lose your matches, is usually early game, unless somebody screws up their rescue late game. That's just typically how it is. So you gotta learn how to kite for a while, and Dancer will give you that ability. Will the miner be good? I don't know yet. I don't want to start giving, because like the minute if I tell people to buy a character and that character is bad, man, you're gonna be mad at me. I have never been wrong yet. I have never been wrong, and I'm due to be wrong eventually, but I've never been wrong in terms of telling you which. I told you guys when Perfumer came out way back in October, I said buy her, she'll be used in every tournament. When Seer came out, I said I still think that Perfumer is a better kiter than Seer because of the perfumes, but Seer is going to be played in every single tournament as well. That's what happened, and that was before the release or right after the release because of the experience on the Chinese server. So with the miner, I'm not about to tell you to buy him. Not about to tell you to buy him. Not gonna get that. I haven't played him yet. So I remember when Dancer came out and you did say she has a lot of potential. And look at you now maining her and destroying hunters. Guys, I'm telling you right now, when you see my gameplay, like I'm telling you, like you're gonna see me destroying spiders. These are pretty good spiders. Some of them make some mistakes, so I capitalized on that. I make mistakes too. You're gonna see me destroying geishas, gamekeepers, any hunter, a feaster. Feaster is so easy to destroy, I don't even consider it. You're gonna see me destroying Wu Changs. Wu Chang is easy for me if it's early game. Come after me early game with a Wu Chang, you're not killing me. Unless you get that umbrella right on top of me. Now that's just skill. Like I got so much respect for that. I wouldn't even get mad at that point. Be like, man, go Wu Chang skills right there. But I think that if I can do it, you guys can do it. I honestly think that if I can do it, you guys can do it. I've been dedicating my channel to it since July. So I really want to get a lot of this Dancer footage out there. And I want you guys to see, I have footage, I have so much Dancer footage, I don't even remember what is what anymore, to be honest with you. Yeah. How would you buff Gamekeeper? I would buff Gamekeeper by, if he hooks you, it automatically cancels any skill that you're using. That makes the Seer useless, that makes the Perfumer useless. So you can't just use your perfume and then perfume out. You can't just use your owl. So I believe in it can cancel a skill out. I think that would make him really, really deadly. I think that would make him super, super deadly. And then I think they also need to reduce the amount of time it takes for his hook. Instead of it being 15 seconds, I think, or whatever it is, I think it should be like 10 seconds. Reduce it a little bit. But I think a skill. Because at the end of the day, it takes a very skillful gamekeeper to kill you. So this is funny. Today I faced a gamekeeper. I'm not sure if I should mention the clan name because I'm trying to be respectful to the clans and stuff. Because like sometimes I like troll, I joke around, and they take it super serious. But I faced a gamekeeper from a top 4 clan today. And you know, it's Gamekeeper, man. Gamekeeper is hard to play. He's hard to play. He really, really is. I'm not even sure if I'm going to include the game footage because I'm not even proud of it. And the Gamekeeper came after me. Now this is a top 20 player, I think. I don't know. And I was Dancer, and I mean, I kited this Gamekeeper so hard that he ended up losing me. Like literally lost me. He didn't run away. He lost me. I lost him so hard. And I also did it against a spider. So Gamekeeper is very easy to kite for a vet. Very, very easy to kite. So you need to make him strong like you do with Feaster or like you do with Embalmer once they're fed. And he's really not that strong because you can just perfume out, or you can just owl out of the hook. So that means that right now, the current meta, 2 of the characters are invincible to Gamekeeper. So that's why they really need to buff him, and I think the only way that they can do that is to cancel out skills. They should be able to cancel out a skill. Right now, the current meta, everybody is playing Perfumer, everybody is playing Seer. When you take half the team and you say, oh, by the way, this Hunter skill won't even work on them, it's pretty garbage mechanic. So what you need to do is, yeah, that's my opinion. That's what I think that you need to do, because Gamekeeper relies so much. He relies so much on that hook. The Ripper doesn't. The Ripper relies on his Foggy Blade, but then the Ripper can use his speed when he's fully fed. The Gamekeeper is all about the hook. There's nothing else. They need to, like, think about it. The Clown has the dash, right? You have the Spider who has the web that she can spit out. That's her second ability. You got the Wu Chang who has several abilities. You have a lot of hunters who have a lot of abilities. And with the Gamekeeper, it's only the hook. He has no set fall. If the hook misses, he's got nothing. So they need to capitalize on that hook. If you're going to make him only have one skill that has a ridiculous cooldown, you need to make sure that it cancels out any skill. I think that would be balanced. It would still be the point of me telling you about me kiting that Hunter today is that even if you include the skill countdown, it doesn't change early game. You see what I mean? It doesn't change early game. I can still kite you. I'm still going to make your life a living hell. So we need to make him scary late game. Right now, he's not that scary. Sure, his hook will do 1 damage and then he can follow it up. That doesn't work if somebody has Perfume or the Owl. They have enough time to get out. He can't immediately hit. There's that little lag delay. So yeah, you could still lose to a Gamekeeper. But I would like them to beat me early game before 2 ciphers. It's hard. It's not their skill. A lot of people kill me, man. People kill me every day. How do you go against a Ember? You beat them early game. If your team feeds, your job's going to be hard. The biggest thing is making sure, when we talk about your ability to kite, your ability to beat the Hunter, it's all about early game. Late game is not the same. That's when the Hunter is completely buffed and you're outmatched. Your skill set as a survivor matters the most early game. If you're fully fed and you kill me in 30 seconds, I'm not even mad. You're fed. Come after me early game and kill me in 30 seconds when you're not fed, that's when I'm impressed. That's when I'm like, all right, this dude. So when we talk about kiting, it's always early game. We always use early game numbers. That's the most important number. Early game, not late game. If you can't kite 60 seconds late game, to a degree, we understand. What about the challenge? What challenge are we talking about, baby? We have any other questions? Persuade, what is Geisha's biggest issue right now, and how do you think the issue could be fixed? Probably change the angle of her camera so it matches the computer. I still remember kiting a Ripper and a Wu Chang in 8 versus 2 as a forward. They couldn't even drop me over at the pallets near the ship. Not to do with identity, but how are you, Persuadable? Are you happy? I certainly hope so. Man, I'm mad happy. Yeah, I really am happy. I promise you guys I'm happy. I could be tired from work and trying to do the social media and doing all that stuff, and you know, my Instagram comes out tomorrow. I already have almost like 6,000 people on my Instagram, which is like pretty crazy. So it's just a lot of work, a lot of networking, trying to play Identity 5, trying to manage my personal finances and stuff, because we're coming out with a Patreon, we're coming out with Compassion Couch so I can give free therapy services on an unofficial capacity. You know, it's important that I give back to the community. We have a lot of contests coming out. Like seriously, the graphics are in the works. We have a lot of promotional graphics in the works that I paid for. We have a lot of people in my graphics team doing things. There's a lot of stuff coming out. I think the biggest thing right now is that I'm going to be investing in a super expensive computer super, super expensive laptop, top of the line, because, you know, now I can slowly start to afford these things with the income level that I'm at, thankfully. And with, you know, with you guys support me on YouTube and Twitch, that helps me. You know, for the graphics team, some of them are in college, and it's, you know, you can throw them some money a little bit. So Persuadable is becoming self-sustaining now. And with that money, we need to invest in a product that can actually be consistent. I'm looking over here a lot because that's where my trash computer is. So it's going to be hard to grow Persuadable until I can be doing these live feeds every night on a nice computer. So, but yeah, I have a lot. I really want to be live streaming every single night. I think that people forget my sense of humor, my personality when it's only text. Like, I actually kind of felt bad today because I said something like, what did I say? I said something along the lines of maybe I should make 8 versus 2 that challenge to be both hunters. If both hunters can kill me in the first 60 seconds of the match, I'll pay him $50. And then one of the viewers was like, you know, I typed it out. That's why one of the viewers is like, Persuadable, don't start getting too cocky now. But like in my mind when I said it, I was laughing. I was kind of smiling about it. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, yeah, I think I gotta lower it to 60 seconds. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Competitive mode. But like when you type that stuff out, it can like look different. You know what I mean? Like somebody be like, oh, all right, this dude's being cocky. So I would rather be live feeding so people can see my ridiculous sense of humor. And when I say stupid things and laugh about them. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Everything is a slow progress, but we're getting there. So thank you for asking me about my well-being, but I'm doing very well. How can I improve with Witch of Dreams? I have no idea. I don't play her. How do you use Photographer Second Skill? I'm so confused with it. I will tell you how to use, hold on. I will tell you how to use Photographer Second Skill. You got to do it while tight kiting. So it depends. Are you doing it to find somebody far away from the chair, or are you doing it during tight kiting? If you're doing it during tight kiting, you're in a small parameter. So here's the start point. Say if you go around, right? It refreshes, and you go like this, and he's over here. If you hold the skill for about 3 seconds, you'll go on the other side of the pallet where you started at. So that's how you're supposed to use it. You don't want to have to hold down that skill. That skill should be like a 3-second charge, boom, use. So it's really good in tight areas because the circle, the radius isn't as big, right? So you can hold it down and then for 2 seconds and then you're on the other side. But if you're in a big, wide open area, then you got to hold your skill down. They can look at you and then they can go back. The other way to use this skill is if somebody's on the rocket chair, you venture away from the rocket chair trying to find the next person, and then you've been holding your second skill the whole time, and then you come back. So like this is like, do I find anybody? I didn't find anybody, back. And if you do find somebody, you can hit them, but you got to worry about the double team because then you leave your chair wide open, so it's a risk. So Photographer's not that good. He's good until you hit like top 40, top 30, then you're not going to win with him, usually. Can you teleport and go back with Photographer Second Skill? Yeah. What's going on, Dave Schmitty? How you doing, buddy? How do you use Dancer? I just bought her. Yo, I got some footage coming out for you, baby. Boo, I got some footage coming out for you. I'm going to show you how I've been playing her. Sometimes I kind of like to just show you what I'm doing, and I think people can learn the best from that. But what I will tell you is that don't try to conserve your boxes. Don't do it. If that hunter is coming after you early game, you throw that box down right away in between a pallet. It's still gonna stay there. You're good. Don't use them. Even if he teleports away from you and you've used 2 of your boxes, that now means that at least somebody didn't die in the first 60 seconds of the match. You did your part, kiting. So, who is better, Mechanic or the Mind's Eye? Right now, because so many people are dying, I'd probably say neither. Let's see. No one likes you. Uh-oh, Hawk. You're talking the Hokage? Be nice, Schmitty. I once killed a feaster for you mean kited a feaster for 76 seconds and no ciphers were popping and no one rescued me. Yeah, welcome to solo queue. Alright, let's see. Damn, if I need to finish my essay. You finish your essay. Get it done. Thanks, you're awesome. What's your opinion on Mad Eyes? Here's my opinion on Mad Eyes. Zomboso. You still need to kill me early game, boo-boo. That's my opinion of Mad Eyes. I actually love Zomboso. Zomboso is such a nice person. He's really good with Mad Eyes. The thing is that I don't feel like I lose to Mad Eyes a lot. That's nothing to do with Zomboso. Just in general from the pool of Mad Eye players, so I don't really consider him intimidating. And I know that the Mad Eyes community, they're gonna be fired up. They're gonna be fired up. I know for a fact that if I die from Mad Eyes, it's gonna be an email. Persuadable, I killed you, bitch ass. What's your opinion on the lawyer? The lawyer. The lawyer is the ultimate troll character. What happened to making your laugh a ringtone? Yeah, I'll work on it. Alright, thank you very much, silly. Who is better, dancer or perfumer? I mean, honestly, I think dancer, because you're not going to feed like you do with perfumer. But perfumer doesn't have the decode debuff, so. Hey, Persuadable, I love you and your videos. Yo, that's super nice, man. Yo, if you guys ever think that I get tired of hearing that, I can absolutely guarantee you that I don't, because there's a lot of haters, a lot of trolls. I mean, it comes with YouTube. It's totally cool. I totally get it. So, like, you know, when people are saying nice things, like, I can promise you it makes me smile, and I hope that's important to you. I actually invited, so I invited any hater at all to join me on live feed. We can do a Skype call, and you can just hate on me, rag on me, and tell the community why I suck, why no one should watch me, why I annoy you. Nobody has stepped up to the table yet, not a single person. So all them people who are trolling and downvoting me and saying mean things, I'll give you the platform so you can poop on my soul. You just gotta step up. So let me know if you want that. You can email me. So yeah, anyways, the positive comments mean a lot. But I've stopped responding to the negative comments, because I realized that when you have like 200 people commenting nice things, and then you look at that one negative comment and you try to like justify it, like in my head I'm like, why did I just pick this person out of everybody who took time out of their day to say something nice? And I'm picking out the sour apple because I actually think that I can reason with these people. It might be like my inner desire to please everybody. So I've been stepping away from that. So I've been doing a better job at that. What do you think about Gaming Grizzly? I will tell you what I think about Gaming Grizzly. So here's what I think about Gaming Grizzly. First of all, I think that the best thing that NetEase can do for the Northern American server is having me and Grizzly MC for the Shanghai tournament in Call of Abyss. They initially offered me the MC position back in October, and I declined it. However, if they have Grizzly be the MC, I would absolutely find a way to get to Shanghai. I will find, because they said that they would probably pay for all the expenses getting there. So, NetEase, you give Gaming Grizzly the privilege of being an MC, I will absolutely go to Shanghai and I will be the MC just like we were in the first tournament. That is my promise to you. If you invite Grizzly as an MC, not as a spectator, none of that garbage, as an MC, I'll go to Shanghai, I'll MC with Gaming Grizzly. Here's why I like Gaming Grizzly so much. I like Gaming Grizzly because he's not an ass to people privately. He'll never betray you. He cares. So he was willing to partner with me when I was literally an unknown YouTuber. He did not care. He knew I was a top player. He didn't care if I was a big YouTuber. He's like, yeah, let's do stuff together. I understand that Grizzly is a YouTuber. You know, me and him have opposite approaches to YouTube. And the thing is that he's been one of the most loyal people I've ever met. It's to the point right now where he's just like, hey, you gonna go on live feed? Because I don't want to disrupt like your live feed. Like, there's so many YouTubers who would never do that, and to me, he shouldn't. It's his channel. But the fact that he just was like, oh, like, hey, let's try to collaborate. So, you know, and I'm just like, dude, that's super nice. So I get that he's not everybody's cup of tea, but I can promise you, I'm not everybody's cup of tea either. There's a lot of people who don't like me. Maybe there's some valid reasons for that too. But you can't focus on that. I mean, the dude is a positive guy. He could be a super toxic troll, and we could be a community just like many of the other video games out there that are so toxic that it literally causes mental anguish. I mean, there's some toxicity in this game. There's always going to be, but the dude's positive. What you see on live cam is what he is in private. I can promise you that. And I can tell you right now that that matters more than me than anything. So Game & Grizzly was the first video game YouTuber I ever subscribed to. And that was after he showed me that he was, dude, he's a good guy. I don't really care about the opinions regarding anything else and anything. He's such a great guy. So, and I've been very firm on that. I'm a loyal dude. If you're loyal to me, I will be loyal to you. Dude's awesome. All right, when do I throw down pallets when I tight kite? You hope and pray. They should disable giant maps for, yeah, I hate the giant maps. I am getting mad he keeps ignoring my question. All right, Ghost, well, I'm not trying to ignore your question. I'm on a damn iPhone. This thing is like this big. I can only see 3 messages at a time. So when there's a lot of messages, I try. You're not, look at that entitledness. Look at that entitledness, Ghost. Try to ask your question. I'll try to get to it. Why is lawyer map OP? It's not. Hi Brianna. I gifted you an IDV. Did you get it? Oh, Rin, yes, I did get it. You didn't get my message? Rin, did you not get my message? Sometimes the messages in game like don't show or they screw up. Oh, I totally messaged you. Oh, that's super annoying. Yes, thank you. She sent me what is it, like the bottle of wine accessory? That was awesome of you. Seriously, thank you, Rin. Rin, thank you so much. I did send you a message. I think maybe it didn't get sent over. Sometimes when people send me messages on IDV, I don't get them. It's just they get erased, they get deleted. I don't know why it does that, but it does. I'm sure that you guys experience that all the time. There's no way that's just a me thing. Hi Alice. Hi Hakage. How you doing, Hakage? What do you think about the new map? I hate the new map. Message and IDV is so weird. I agree. I always miss your streams. Yeah, I'm on stream right now. Hi, William. Say hi, have to go to bed. Hi, Zara. Go to bed. Get some rest. I need to get some bed. I see your thumbnail and I see angry Persuade. No, that's not angry Persuade. That's joking Persuade. I was like, there's... All right. So you say you want haters to go talk to you live. I'm up for it. Got some stuff to say. LOL. Sir Frankie. Sir. Sir Frankie, you are such a funny magician. I roasted Sir Frankie one time so bad in boot camp. I think it was boot camp, right, Sir Frankie? You still holding on to that months later. Dude. Alright, good night, man. Yeah. That's why I don't do boot camp. I feel bad. I have that picture of you on the couch. Yeah, please invite me to. It's cool, my dude. What hunter and survivor should beginners get? I mean, I think the seer is a good beginner survivor because then you'll always know where the hunter is and then you can memorize the hunter's locations. When will the boot camp return? Boot camp might return when I have my nice powerful PC and I can stream again. Let's see, looking forward to next season. Not really, man. I can't rank. I legitimately want you to review my gameplay and criticize me. Just send it to me on email, man. I'll be doing some game. The problem is my computer right now. That's the problem. That's why I'm actually on my phone right now and I'm not streaming on my computer. But listen, so I'm going to try to get some sleep. I have 2 days of work. They're 10-hour shifts. And I have a very complicated caseload right now. Just because I am a new OT practitioner, so when you get some of the more hardcore diagnoses and stuff, I have to make sure that I'm researching and properly prepared for my clients, my patients and stuff. So I'm gonna get back to that, try to get some sleep. I'm a little tired now, it's getting late here. I took a little bit of a melatonin, tiny one, try to help me wind down a little bit. Listen, y'all great people. We're gonna keep doing positive things. We're going to keep trying to change the world. It's so funny whenever, you're so corny when you're positive. Bruh, I've dedicated my entire life to helping people. Shut up, you're being stupid. I want to be positive, why not? One day we're going to die, I'm going to look back on my life and be like, man, at least I did something with it, you know? At least I did something with it. You make people smile, man, it's whatever. It's better than not. I know that there were moments in my life where I wanted to smile a little bit more, so sometimes just showing people that you're an alright person